With destroyers nearly at the ready, our opportunity to strike the Urian Sacred Covenant and deal a critical early game blow may be upon us. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Galactic Paragons in our High Dominion 2 series. So I'm going to play this episode for the first little while on like speed 1 or 2 tops, and really leaning a little bit more towards 1, simply because there's a lot that I want to get accomplished in a short period of time, and I don't want to let any days sneak by. The final answer to the mystery of the vanished fungoid society turned out to be fairly straightforward. The planet's population is not lost at all. They're still there, gestating underground. Analysis of an uncovered pod indicated that the species' centuries-long active lifespan was nothing compared to the pod state gestation, which seems to go on for a few thousand years. Their simple cities, built to withstand long neglect, stand silently, awaiting their return. So, there they all are, slumbering in the ground, awaiting the day when they'll rise and start the cycle once more. So we've gained the Secrets of Life research option and the Ancient Refinery. What? All right, I'm not sure what Secrets of Life is. That might be a common technology that, gives me something that I get all the time, but that label is a little bit less familiar to me, so we'll find out momentarily what that is. But anyway, let's continue as much as we can. We've got a couple of science ships working. I had someone suggest, why not build an additional science ship? That's why. I'm already over leader capacity, and if I go over leader capacity more, it's going to affect leader experience gain. So an additional leader, which a new scientist would be, it's a no-go. So if you're wondering why I only have the 2 ships, believe me, I want to have one more, but it's not the best idea at the moment. We are building a new city district in Enthras Mandate. Let's step up to speed 2 for a moment. Because right now we have, nothing going on here. How am I doing on station cap? I could build one more station, and I have some... Okay, hang on. This is the kind of thing I want to jump on. We just got an opportunity here. So let's take a look at... Oh, this is interesting. One thing I haven't built yet, but that I think I should build? Alloy foundries. Let's go ahead and get one going, because I want to make sure I'm producing a few more alloys. We still have a few years before we actually have destroyers unlocked, but there's auxiliary fire control, which could be helpful. Ooh. I think I'm going to go for extra research alternatives, just to give myself the additional options in all 3 categories. Again, there's only 1 scientist now for all 3 categories, but there are still 3 categories of research, which is a fact that is perhaps more obvious to some players than to others. So you still have to, differentiate between those 3. And there are still bonuses that apply to specific types of research within those categories, like statecraft, for example. Several plants native to Delnic colony, where we recently established a colony, exude copious amounts of pollen with an astounding chemical complexity. Marin Karin? Yep. Marin Karin. I actually didn't see the top. So I said that from memory, then I looked up, I was like, oh yeah, definitely, Marin Karin. A special research project has been... A special research project has been prepared.
Situation log updated.
Alright. Let's see. A floral study. We need to use a science ship in orbit, and it looks like it's going to take a while. I don't like that. Yeah, we're currently looking at these. I'll tell you what, why don't we... After you're done with your 2 archaeological sites, why don't you work on that anomaly? Do you have an order to investigate? You do. Alright, so work on that anomaly afterward. Alright, let's go back up to speed 2. Just going to try and keep an eye on things here as much as possible. Broken Cybrex Warforms. The broken remains of 2 Cybrex Warforms have been discovered in orbit around Galaman B1. They appear to have been destroyed in battle, but no debris from their adversary has been found. Either they were badly outmatched, or there is more to this engagement than it seems.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so as usual, we have an anomaly to research, or a special project to research there now. Which actually reminds me, I don't think the order that I just gave was the correct order. No, it wasn't. I just doubled up on their current order. So you're currently investigating this archaeological site, right? Which way are you going? Wait, why? I'm confused. Why are you going that way? Oh, wait. I get it. No, maybe I don't get it. Where are you going? Okay, so, all right, you're investigating this archaeological site now, so let's, like, just redo the sequence of orders. Because there's another one. I guess that one's already been handled. So yeah, there wasn't much else. It was just that. And then come here. Weird. All right, so do the project first, and then the anomaly. That's what I wanted. The project is the Marin Karin. Hence a special research project has been assigned.
Vessels upgraded.
All right, so we've got this fleet patrolling. Second Star Order is ready to attack. And I just need to keep a close eye on the fleet power of these guys. All right, after studying the wreckage of the two Cybrix warforms over Galam and B1, Science Officer Gitu, son of Baga, has concluded that they were most likely destroyed while fighting each other. This theory explains the lack of non-Cybrix debris, and it fits the damage patterns found on the wrecks. Why the two Cybrix vessels turned on each other remains a mystery, however. After they were immobilized, both warforms triggered some kind of self-destruct mechanism that fried their neural processors. An interesting find. So we got a Cybrix artifact, and we gained a lot of additional physics research, which is nice. Now we're moving on to Helato, where we have additional artifacts.
Agenda available.
What's this? All right, 3 months until we can expand the council. That's kind of a big deal. I don't know why it said it was available, because it's clearly not yet. All right, so these buildings are... All right, that one's done. Good. The Delnet colony... Oh, hang on. More opportunities. Let's see. Another research lab wouldn't be the worst thing, just to keep up the pressure on our technological progress. So let's do that. And then here, we definitely have an amenities problem. 100%. And I've already got a trade center, so I'm going to build holo theaters to address that issue. And it looks like Delnet Colony also has some job opportunities. So what can we do? Food could be a problem soon-ish. So maybe since this particular planet has a decent amount, let's go ahead and go to the market. Still working on remembering my hotkeys. So. Let's see. Because remember, they've changed based on my customization. So, situation log has something in it that's... Wait a minute, does that show? It does. All right, so there's a little pip to show that there's something new in the information log. Has that always been there, or is that new? I mean, it's very small, so it makes perfect sense that I might just have not noticed it. It might be one of the changes that was added during the time my channel was offline and I wasn't paying quite as much attention to Stellaris. And such a small element that I just have managed to overlook it till now. But they might have also just added it. Expand the council. There we go. All right, so we have a civic council position available. So this can either be the High Ambassador council position, or it could be the Grand Storyteller council position. High Ambassador would increase trust cap. Grand Storyteller, this plays into our... Well, they both play into our civics. But what I've gone for here, I think is what I would like to keep. All right, so now we can put the Oracle in as a counselor. We could also put, hang on, what would we get? We would get more naval capacity if we leveled up, or if we put this guy on the council. But if we put the Oracle on the council, we would get more stability. Ooh, which do I like more? I kind of like the idea of having Baron Victor Yarldin on as the Grand Storyteller. Remember, this is one of the renowned leaders that we just got in the last episode. Yeah, we can always change these out later. Because I'm going to be at war soon, I think it makes the most sense to have him be on the council. So he is now our Grand Storyteller. And we can set a new agenda. Now, the downside of expanding the council is that there's no prolonged or launched benefit. So now I need to pick something that's going to be helpful with our coming efforts. Also, I want to take a look at something real quick. Yeah. All right, so I had a regular commenter point this out to me, and it wasn't something that I was explicitly aware of. I don't know if it's a newer factor, but as far as the details of leveling on this particular type of leader, which is an admiral, notice that for every level, there's an increase to fleet command limit. So the command limit of Baron Victor's fleet, each time he levels up, will actually increase as well. He'll be able to put more ships in it, which is awesome. So I wanted to just verify that. Yeah, so this scientist surveys really fast and has great archaeology skill, in addition to the archivist trait, which is helping everyone's archaeology skill. Okay, so anyway, agendas. I'm loving the new leader system. It just, the amount of detail in it and the fact that there's more of a sense of personality to all of these characters is fantastic. I kind of like strong on our own. It would reduce trade value, but trade value right now, hang on. All right, right now we're producing 111, so this would cut, that would pretty much eliminate our energy surplus, now that I'm looking at that. We would gain additional stability. There'd be more xenophobe ethics attraction. The trade value penalty would not apply at 10% right away. It would just be 5%, so I kind of want to do that. I love the pop growth speed bonus. But there's also Preserve Our Order, which increases pop output, and there's no penalties here, and it increases the authoritarian ethics attraction. That almost seems... Yeah, you know what? We're going to go with that. Preserve the Order. Marin olfactory arousal. Long-term exposure to the pollen naturally occurring in Delnic colony's atmosphere acts on the colonists' pheromone receptors with a mild aphrodisiac effect, accompanied by a barely perceptible high. The plant that produces the most potent strain is a flower common to all areas of the planet, squirreled away into some obscure taxonomic nook by scientists on Delnic colony, but known in the local Sundrian dialect as Marin Karin. Remarkable. So if I were to accept this, I get a happiness bonus, but we can go ahead and say that we cannot allow mind-altering particles in the atmosphere. we're going to nip that in the bud. We're not going to deal with that right when we're on the verge of potentially a conflict. Just seems like a bad idea. Seems like not the best moment to pursue that. All right, science. This science ship is still checking out Helito. And we have one more artifact. Again, these are all likely related to the Cybrex. Just realized something. I knew something was up. Okay, it might not have affected you at all, but my system volume was much lower. I don't think it affected the recording at all, because that's not how the recording software works. But I'm like, man, I can barely hear myself and I can barely hear the game. What's going on? That's better. All right, Elbicon Colony. See, I don't want to let stuff like that distract me. So I'm going to go ahead and build an industrial district. Oh, wait, no. You don't have a job opening. It says there's one available job. Okay, so you're fine. You were showing a problem, but now you don't have a problem. You're faking me out. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. How close are we to destroyers? 11 months. Good. Clearing away the rubble is a painstaking and risky business. Workers and equipment have to be hoisted down hundreds of meters to the dig site, and excavated rubble has to be lifted out. God, I can hear myself so much better now. There have been numerous casualties and accidents while working in these trying conditions, but progress is being made, and every day we venture deeper. The walls of the crater are worn and cracked by time, but they plunge unerringly straight down into the planet's core. We can still only speculate how deep it goes, as something in the depths is garbling all our sensor readings. Keep digging. There are so many archaeology events where the prompt at the end is just, keep going! For the love of God, keep digging! That's the extent of it. That is the objective in archaeology, right? Just dig.
Technology secured.
Perpetually. All right, extra research alternatives. Nice. I guess not applying just yet, because I still just have 3. Energy credits. You know what? Ooh, that's tough. I need all of these things. Let me go ahead and unlock the capacity subsidies edict and energy grid, because that might be the one that I use a little bit more frequently. All right, we're very close. Yeah, 3 months away now from destroyers. And we'll do some designing, some building. Okay, Elbicon colony. Now we're down some housing, which... I'm just going to do what I was going to do in the first place when that opportunity popped up and then went away. I'm just going to build a new industrial district. That will help with both our consumer goods and our alloys. Consumer goods are looking a little bit dicey.
Secured.
What's this? Destroyers. Nice. Also, look, space torpedoes. So we can research frigates at the same time. Let's go ahead and do that. The Eurytonians. Is that these guys? Yeah, they're called the Eurytonians. It's the Urian Sacred Covenant, but they're called the Eurytonians. Interesting. Have brought forward a complaint regarding the conduct of our ambassador to the Urian Sacred Covenant, Amik, daughter of Satu. Apparently, her conduct has so offended the local Eurytonians that their authorities have posted a guard for her own protection. Exactly what she did is unclear to us, as we lack Urian sensibilities, but there are widespread protests against her and the Dominion arrogance she supposedly represents. The Urian Sacred Covenant urges us to recall Amik, daughter of Satu, and send a new ambassador in her place. They hint at diplomatic repercussions should we refuse. So we can say alien sensibilities do not matter to us, and their opinion will drop dramatically, but we'll gain a bunch of unity. Yep, we don't care. Don't care, sorry. All right, counselor experience gain plus 20, edicts fund plus 50. Yes. Okay, stop for a second. Let's take a look at this. With edicts fund being that much higher, yeah, I actually don't have a lot of... I need to wait 1 more month. Yeah, hang on. Grand Theft Planet. Ooh, this is Helito. The planets were moved. The abnormal hyperlanes we detected in the Helito system were each tethered to where we previously had expected to discover worlds. After studying these strange lanes, we realized they all lead to the same place, a star system called Dacha, which was thought unreachable, yet if we were to combine all these slender hyperlanes, we could pass a science ship through. Find out where the hyperlanes lead. This was added with First Contact, I think. Ooh. I'm sorry, what? What? Okay. There's gotta be a catch. There's gotta be a catch. This is exactly, by the way, the system I thought it was. When I first reacted to Helito, and I seemed to recognize it, but I didn't want to say, this is why. Do you see this? That's multiple Gaia planets in one system, and it's in a relatively safe spot. Holy crap. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, destroyers. Priorities. All right, so we have our 2 different classes of Corvette, which are meant to complement one another. Now, one of the first things I want to do here is we're going to build a screen type of destroyer, which it's very important for destroyers to be. And it'll be, picket class. And we will call this Dar Torobanus and replace the existing design for it. So I'm kind of happy with the way the auto designer set that one up. Let me make sure that these combat computers are appropriately set? They are. These are the automatic choices that the AI made for me, basically, that the game computed for me. So let's now, in addition to our screen class, let's build a gunship class destroyer. Now, I'm going to mess with this a little bit because I don't need all those lasers. All right, so we have, yeah. So we're going to have a couple of mass drivers there in the middle, and then we'll have a laser on the bow and 2 lasers in the back. So we're kind of splitting the work a little bit. And it does seem, it looks like the auto design, or the autocomplete, has added 2 auxiliary fire controls for now, which I'm going to allow it. So this is, let's see if we can get, yeah, Dar Ladiris and the Dar Torobanus class destroyer. Let's go ahead and save that. And again, we're going to have frigates very soon too, so I might wait until I can build frigates before we actually attack. But I also need to bear in mind that I'm not going to have all the naval capacity in the world, so it's not like I'm going to be building a ton of these ships. Frigates, I think, only take up 1 command point though, so the ability to have more of them, I mean, I might even be able to do that quite easily. All right, so, oh my gosh. Why is, hold on. Oh. Is this just for his fleet? Or is it for both? Because I just, wait a minute, hold on. Armada Commander, Destiny trait. So, it seems like this applies only to his fleet, but is it me, or is that a really high command limit? Okay, here we go. Maybe it's that's what it is. It's the Admiral's skill. Okay, so this is great, actually. I don't have a lot of naval capacity. That's the limit that I'm dealing with. But I do have... I still don't know where these extra 2 freaking destroyers came from. But I do have lots of command limit. That's incredible. So let's go ahead and add both of these destroyers. And actually, hang on. Let's remove from the template because I want to see exactly. Right now it's at 14. That's going to put it up to 18. I have room for 7 more. So for now, that is what I will order. Let's go ahead and reinforce it. That's 3 destroyers out of the gate. And then as soon as my naval capacity increases, which I will be able to do on a couple of stations, let's see if I have any opportunities now. Have I? Yeah, I need the Starhold technology still. I could build 1 more station somewhere and use that as a place to upgrade my naval capacity. I do have the anchorage, but as soon as I have the ability to build a Starhold, I think that's something I'm going to go for. It might be a good idea to have a station here in Shugenia, just as a defense station against anything that might come from this direction. But it would also serve as a means of collecting trade and protecting trade in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's upgrade you. That'll be our 7th starport.
Technology secured.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, terraforming. Nice. Foreign Empire claims our system. So, shockingly, the Urian Sacred Covenant is mad at us and is now claiming our systems, which is adorable. I can research higher fleet command limit. Secrets of Life. Okay, it's just society research. That's fine. But I am absolutely going to go for... I mean, I don't need higher fleet command limit right now, clearly. My issue is with naval capacity. So let's go ahead and just increase our pop growth speed, because I need to back up whatever war efforts are incoming with as much raw strength as I possibly can. We're just going to play this as cautiously as possible. Worlds of Plenty. Orbiting each of the 3 stars in the Dacha system are ecological paradises, Gaia worlds, each capable of sustaining organic life. Initially, we thought these might be uninhabited given the lack of pollution, yet after performing deeper scans, we discovered large, sprawling cities spanning each planet from end to end. Stranger still, it seems like only the central star has planets originally from this system. The others are orbited by planets from Helito and other more remote systems. But how? Okay, so there are cities, but are they inhabited? Like what? Hang on. What's going on here? I thought these might just be colonizable, but we've got a little bit more than meets the eye here. So they claimed the Mufrid and Uskomia system. I'm shocked. This is my shocked face. Habinte Unified Worlds encountered. Surveying a new Gaia world is usually a momentous event, but for the crew of the ATS Karubis, it is going to become routine for the next few months. The multiple worlds house some very strange pre-FTLs. They obviously have not achieved spaceflight yet. Their renewable energy production rivals our most efficient reactors. A further oddity is the equal spread of resources. Every world has everything they need to survive, which should be impossible. We are seeing goods only produced on one planet arrive on another without a single transport ship taking flight. We need an observation outpost now. Yeah, we do. So let's go ahead and get you. First of all, we're going to get that mining station there in Helito, but then we need to start observing what's going on there. This could be huge for the entire playthrough. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. So we just finished the Habitable Worlds survey event chain. Got some society research, some energy credits to boot. Let's see how they're... All right, their fleet power is still inferior compared to ours. I just want to stay ahead of them in terms of fleet power if I can. All right, we now have a housing opportunity here. Also an amenities issue, so obvious opportunity there to build a city district. There's a little bit of crime developing on that planet, and I don't want it to get any worse. So we're surveying there. Archaeological site pending. The excavation has hit delays as the dig site becomes increasingly toxic the deeper we go. Parts of the shaft are dangerously irradiated, probably by the catastrophic event that dug out the crater in the first place. The need for protective countermeasures and decontamination apparatus is slowing progress on the work. Keep digging. 50 minor artifacts, though. Did you see that? I saw it. All right, I do want to make sure I get that system. All right, I have terraforming now, and I have the ability to use it. So let's go ahead and terraform this world to an alpine world. And then we have this Arctic world, which we can also terraform to an alpine world, much more cheaply. Then we have Uskomia, which is a savanna world. We're going to terraform that to an alpine world. All right, they have declared us a rival. We will do the same. So it's official, they are... Oh, interesting. Their encryption is pretty good. So we're having trouble actually spying on them at the moment. We might need to work on that.
Complete.
Okay, I'm really glad I got terraforming when I did. That's going to come in handy. Ferris mandates. Which job should I go for? I think another industrial district just to make sure that our consumer goods stay ahead of the curve. So let's go ahead and allow for that. Just trying to pay very... Oh, wait, hang on. Eugenia Starbase is ready. So a couple of obvious opportunities here. Let's... I kind of just want to build an anchorage right away, you know? I'll do an anchorage in a trade hub and a naval logistics office just to increase naval capacity a little bit. And hopefully we'll have starholds before too much longer. Right? There's... Okay, now we have 4 options. So we've just finished the capacity subsidy research. And also we have the ability to build the energy grid. Insidious plot uncovered. Our operatives in the Urian Sacred Covenant have uncovered credible rumors of a local plot against us. It seems their Urian counterparts are somewhat careless about their own operational secrecy. We have no exact details for this apparent scheme yet, but it's said to involve a manipulation of our existing relationships, undermining agreements of trust in our very way of life. I don't have relationships with anyone else, so have fun with that. So we just gained some unity from that, those fiends. And it affected our relationship quite negatively, which is so unfortunate. Okay. I am definitely going to go for improved deflectors. We're going to need better shields if we're going to be at war soon.
Construction complete.
Definitely going to wait. We're at 2.2k with this fleet, but we can do better. The Mysterious Labyrinth. Oh, no. We got this at the beginning of... I think we got this at the beginning of both of the last series. Our colonists on Elbicon Colony have made a startling discovery. Deep in a remote mountain range, they stumbled across a mysterious structure that, according to our scans, was not there when we first surveyed the moon. Its condition is excellent, almost as if it was newly built, but there is no evidence of Dominion involvement in its construction. In fact, its architecture shows alien characteristics with curves and angles that appear unusual and even disturbing to our aesthetic sensibilities. At its entrance, there is a sign, in our language curiously, with the words, "Welcome to the magnificent labyrinth of exotic transdimensional anomalies. Enter at your own risk." Okay. Send a team to investigate. So we now have this situation. We can explore, monitor from afar, or we can destroy it. We're going to move in that direction, see how it goes. Let's see if there's anything more that our current construction ships can do. Not really. Not at the moment. As soon as we're done surveying in Dacha, then yes, there will be more. But there's still lots to survey. So what all is... Man. All of these are settled? So could we enslave everyone? I mean, it's the High Dominion of Syndar, okay? Like, could we just conquer these planets? Could we just take them over? It totally fits. It, unlike so many of the choices that we faced in Clandestine Curiosity, just taking all of this is 100% lore accurate. Anyway, our communication link to the researchers we sent into the labyrinth was cut off almost as soon as they entered. Nothing was heard for several days as we waited anxiously. As time passed, we resigned ourselves to the loss of our people. Then, once all hope was lost, they re-emerged. However, this has only raised further questions. The researchers claim to have no memory of their stay within the labyrinth, and the recordings of their expedition are horribly garbled. Furthermore, even though they were in the labyrinth for a matter of weeks, they seem to have aged several years. Disconcerting. Alright, so... looks like we have a little bit of a crime problem developing on Syndar Prime. So I'm going to respond to that by building... yeah, let's build precinct houses to reduce crime. That's kind of a clear opportunity. Ferris mandate is... oh, hang on. Oh yeah, we're already working on a city district there. All good. How close are we to finishing... all right, 5 months away from finishing frigates. So once those are done... yeah, their fleet power is still inferior compared to ours. We don't have a lot of naval capacity, unfortunately. We're still building the anchorage and the naval logistics office. Okay. Dacha has been explored. We're going to build a starbase here. And then you have no orders. Why don't you come research that anomaly, and then I want you to survey this system. And then I want you to survey this entire cluster down here, because it does look like a cluster that we could take for ourselves and not feel bad about it. And then I will queue up afterwards just the auto exploration beyond that point, unless I need to give more specific orders later, which I am perfectly capable of doing. Okay. Hole in the ground. The excavation finally reached the bottom of the crater, where they found an ancient drilling machine of colossal proportions slumbering in the dark. Further study of it revealed that it carried a tremendous fusion bomb set for remote detonation. The going theory is that the drilling machine was supposed to dig itself down to the planet's core and then detonate its payload, which would result in a catastrophic shattering of the entire world. Why anyone would want to do this remains unclear. So we just gained the core mining and 10% progress, and we can now go investigate those, like, both opportunities in the tier system.
Technology secured.
Okay, and there are our frigates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up this episode by... ooh, Starhold technology. Perfect. Hey, game, pause. See, I forgot. Keep forgetting that's a possibility. All right, so... ooh, this is tough. This is tough. I'm going to go for the railgun. I just want to have... I want to have better weapons and shields. We're about to go to war. As much as I, want to be on the defensive, we're going to be on the offensive with this. So, unless they declare war on us first, which is entirely possible, and if that happens, then God help them, because it's not going to be pretty. Which reminds me, by the way, a couple of things that I can do here. Let's add the second destroyer, because we can. Actually, wait. I could technically have 3 destroyers, like 3 of each. I'd be a little bit over naval cap, but not that much. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, I've given the order to reinforce the fleet, and now, and yes, I know I also still need to build frigates. I do, but we're working on naval capacity right now, right? No, we're not. I might just have to push it for a bit, to tell you the truth. Or I might think again about those destroyers. I've already given the build order, though, so not going to worry about it for now. Let's go to the ship designer. And here we have a frigate. And it looks like it's already set up pretty well as a torpedo boat, which is the only option. So this is the Ka Relanis, which I actually like. Okay, perfect. In that case, let's go ahead and just do a manual replacement of a part. Save it so that it's no longer auto-generated on the list. Just pure aesthetics. And with that, let me take a look at... I want to confirm this. Yes. Frigates are just one additional point. So... I'm not going to build frigates in this. This is just going to be my patrol fleet for now. The second star order is the one that's going to have frigates. I don't know how far over my naval capacity I want to go. But I kind of want to have 4 frigates in this fleet right now. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I might just work to catch up with the naval capacity. Let's give the order to reinforce the fleet. We had all of the alloys that we needed to build that. Once those ships are built, in the next episode, we may very well, and I'll bring my patrol fleet in to help if needed, but we may very well be at war with the Sacred Covenant here. And at the same time, we have some very exciting opportunities right around the corner in the Dacha system. I don't know exactly how we're going to handle them yet, because there is, something to be said for the first contact approach of, observing for a while. But we're playing as an empire that's, well, they're not the Modian curators. They're the High Dominion of Syndar. And the likelihood that they will soon see multiple opportunities to colonize and enslave these Gaia planets is high, to say the very least. So that's something we're going to be doing in the very next episode or 2, depending on how well the war goes. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.